Hi, Shelley Clark, Lakewood Elementary principal here, and we are having our kinder camp today. And this is a chance for our kindergarten, our youngest students, to come into the building and get to know their teacher. They kind of do a half of a day of school. They get to meet all of the special area teachers. They get to ride a bus today. They get to eat lunch at school. So it's just a chance for them to practice some of the procedures that they will use when they come to school for the first time next week. So we're excited to have them here today, learning and getting together and making friends before the school year starts.
There's Lily. Hey, John. Remember where you sat at yesterday? You don't remember if you got one? Oh, right there is your seat, Lily. Me. How about Timothy? Get your picture made, okay? Love you. This is what we're going to kind of do this year. We're going to talk about letters and letter sounds. Y'all know what letters are? Do you know your letters?
I know.
Well, you know all your letters. That's great. And your numbers.
I know my letter.
You don't know all yours? Well, you know what? It's okay. We're going to work on that this year. But this is our letter sounds that we'll talk about every day, every morning that we get here. We will sit on this carpet.
I know my ABCs, but I don't know the other one. I know my ABCs.
It's okay. We're going to practice. My name is Mrs. Thomas, and one thing that I want to share about me is I love dogs. Okay?
My dog.
All right, so we're going to take turns, and what we'll do is we'll listen.
My doggy grows up.
Shh, listen. We're going to listen while somebody shares. You know what it means to listen? You have to not talk while they're talking. Okay? So I'm going to choose somebody that's sitting really quiet. Kinsey, are you sitting really quiet? I'm going to choose somebody that's sitting really, really quiet. Emberly, you're going to tell us your name and tell us one thing about you. Okay? Can you do that? No. You want me to help you? All right. So this is Emberly, and she is 5 years. Remember, we're listening. She is 5 years old. So what was it about Emberly? She is.
5 years old.
And what did I say about me, Miss Thomas? What did I say?
And you love dogs.
I love dogs. All right, let's see. Jace, your turn. Say my name.
My name is James. I love to share my birds.
Your what?
My birds.
Your birds? Your birds?
Cat and Sherry.
Oh, okay, you love to share your birds. Well, that is very interesting. I've not ever heard anybody liking to share their birds before. What?
The blue one, Scaredy Cat, and the gray one, Woody Woodpecker.
That's a cool name. Scaredy Cat? Because he's scared of cats? Well, that makes sense. And Woody Woodpecker.
I love cats.
Cool. All right, we're going to go to the PE room. Oh, bless you. Bless you. We're going to go to the PE room, which is the gym.
Yeah,
And you're going to get to meet
yeah,
your
that's
gym teacher.
that's what.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to warm up and get ready to play. So the first thing we're going to do is walk a lap. So stay in line. You don't pass anybody. Follow me. We're going to walk. Get your hands out of your pocket. We're going to walk on the black line. On that black line. On the black line. All right. You get to the end of that line. Just stop. Okay? You get it out of you. Keep going. Good. Once you stop and look towards Mr. Matt. So in a minute, I'm going to let you move around, okay? Right. So when I start the music, I want you to skip around. anywhere you want to in this gym. Shake your heads if you think you can do that. Yes? We just have to watch out for who? Watch out for other students, other kids. All right, got it? When I stop the music, I just want you to freeze right where you're at. You think you can do that?
Yep, I can try.
All right, as long as you try. Ready? So when I start the music, what are we going to do?
Skip.
You're going to skip. You just got to watch out for each other. All right, go ahead. Everybody can skip around. Very good. Go to your own areas. You don't have to follow Elijah anymore. Good. Skip around. Go ahead. Switch your feet. Oh, I love it. Because when I stop the music, what do we do?
Freeze.
Freeze, awesome. So another way we can move safely would be,
Running.
maybe, let's do that next. Let's do bunny hop. Okay? So both feet together, just like you do with bunny hop. Did I start the music?
Yeah.
Oh. Ready? Oh, this class is doing awesome about listening to directions. All right, so the skipping and bunny hopping, you're moving a little bit slow, right? But when you run, somebody said jog or run, you're moving faster, aren't you? If you're moving faster, is it probably easier to bump into people? Yeah, and run into a wall. So now when I start the music, I want you to kind of jog. So jogging would be running around under control. Okay? Am I running really fast? No, I'm jogging. Okay? Under control. Got it? You'll be okay. You'll be okay. We'll take care of it. Alright, so when I start the music, you're gonna what? You're gonna jog. Okay, ready? It's okay, just hold on. Alright, jog in. Watch out for each other. There you go, Timothy. Awesome. You go in different areas. Now, Timothy, under control. Very good. Very good. Stand straight up. So in this class, we're going to move around a lot. Do you think there's going to be days when you fall? You're going to, actually. You're going to fall sometime. You're going to bump each other. And it's going to be okay. Oh, I like how we're listening. Now, when class is over, we do what's called cool down. So the beginning we warmed up. At the end we do what's called cool down. When I yell the word cool down, you guys are going to walk right up here and come make a straight line on this black line. Shake your heads if you think you can do that. All right, cool down. So come line up. Walking. And make a straight line at Mr. Maddox. Hands out of your pocket, John, so you don't, there you go. If your hands are in your pocket and you fall, you can't catch yourself. Stand right here in this line. Kenzie, face me. There you go. Go get in line. You can't cut now. Very good. Awesome job today. Okay? So when you get to come next week on your first day, the first thing you do will walk lap, and then I'll teach you your other laps, okay? All right, good job. We leave quietly, okay? All right, awesome job, Miss Thomas's class.
1 foot on the blue, 1 foot on the white. Let me see if you got it. Stop right there. Stay a minute. All right, let's see if we got it. Great job, boys and girls. Now, some parts of the school doesn't have blue and white. And we just still stay in a straight line. John, we stay turned around. You know what? I need you to be a good role model because you went to preschool. So I bet you really know how to walk on the lines, don't you?
I can.
All right.
I
So
can.
let's go. We're going to go to the music room. Do it quietly. Follow me.
Now when I open the door, I'm going to let you in. By the way, I'm Mr. Jewell. I'm your music teacher. Okay? So I'm going to let you in, and your job is to come in as quiet as you can so you are ready to learn. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Now raise your hand if you know what crisscross applesauce is. So when oh great, everybody knows what it means. Mackenzie, do you know? Crisscross applesauce? Great. Okay, so when I tell you where you're sitting, you sit down right there, crisscross applesauce, so we can sing, and we're even going to get to play instruments today. Okay?
I'm going to play the trumpet.
So let's make sure we come in as quiet as we can. Okay?
Good listeners.
Come on. Try to
Good listeners.
Remember,
See you in a little bit.
John, put your hands out your pocket so if you fall, you can catch
hold it right here. Well, come on in this way, please. All the way to the top. What a wonderful class. You guys are awesome. I only have a couple rules for you to remember. That's good, right? Just a couple. And that's make good choices. Make good choices. What does that mean?
Being like, good.
Yeah, being good. Doing the right thing, right? Listening to your teacher, listening to your classmates, raising your hand before you talk, all those things, right? And then the next one is be respectful. Be respectful. That means treat others the way you want to be treated. So if you don't like to be pushed or yelled at or making loud noise in somebody's ear, if you don't like that, then you shouldn't do it to other people too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the third thing is take care of this room and the instruments. Are instruments toys?
No.
No. Do they look like toys sometimes? No. Well, look behind you. Those look like toys, right? They're called boom whackers, and they're not toys. They're instruments. So even though they look like toys, we have to take very, very special care of them. So you could use them
How do you do?
in, well, so you could take care of them all the way up to 5th grade. So an echo is when you hear your own voice come back to you because it bounced off of something else, like the inside of a cave or the side of a mountain or the side of a building. So let's see if you can echo me. I'm going to say a word and then you say it back. That's easy, right?
Yeah.
Let's try it. Pizza.
Pizza.
Onion rings.
Onion ring.
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Slugs.
Slugs.
Lamp.
Lamp.
Books.
Books.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
You guys are great echoers. Can you do that and sing at the same time? Repeat after me. Hello there. And then you sing it back, just like I do. Hello there.
Hello there.
How are you? It's so good
It's so good
to see you.
to see you.
We'll sing and
We'll sing it.
be happy.
Be happy.
In this part you have to sing with me, but this time repeat me. We're all here together again. Try that, ready? We're all here together again. Let's try it again this time. Now that you know the words, echo me, okay?
Okay.
Hello there,
Hello there.
how are you?
How are you?
It's so good
It's so good
to see you.
to see you.
We'll sing and
We'll sing it.
be happy.
Be happy.
We're all here together again. Ready? Sing it with me this time. We're all here together again. All right. So that was the first time. It's hard to sing in front of people you barely know, right? And so the more you get used to each other, the louder you sing, the better you'll sound. All right? That was very good. Give yourself a hand. That was your first song in music class. Great job. You guys want to play some instruments?
Yeah. Now we're going to go to the I've been on my back.
Oh, you're back? Okay. Stay there. He's adorable.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mr. Cecil. Who here likes to color?
Me. Me.
Who here likes to draw?
Me.
Who here likes to paint?
Me.
How about clay?
Me.
Awesome. Well, guess what? This year, we're going to do all those things and a lot more things. Who wants to meet my baby raccoon? Now, she's only a puppet, but she's a magic puppet. You ready to meet her? Her name's Ricky Ticky.
It's the way you.
No, it's little baby raccoon. See her? She knows who this is. She's been here before. Now, she can do little tricks. You want to see her sit?
Yeah.
Watch. 1, 2, 3, sit. Good girl. Lay down. You gonna be a good girl? Okay, she says she's gonna be a good girl. So hopefully she. Whoa! Stop it, Ricky Ticky. Oh, she's stuck on. So, anyways, you want to see how soft she is? I'll let you all pet her. Oh, I didn't say grab the crayons yet. Let's put that back until we get started, okay? Here, go ahead and pet Ricky Ticky. You don't have to. See how soft she is? We're going to talk about textures, and soft is a texture. So who thinks she's soft?
I do. I do. I do.
No?
I think she's soft. Soft.
Okay, you want to meet her cousin?
Yeah.
Her cousin's name is Stinky Winky. She's a baby skunk. Now, she don't know any tricks.
No.
I've tried and tried and tried to teach her, but she don't know how to do the tricks. Watch. 1, 2, 3, sit. 1, 2, 3, sit. See, she just won't sit.
Oh, she didn't.
What?
Look.
What?
She.
No, she don't know how to sit. I
She
tried and
did?
tried and tried, but she don't know how to sit.
She said sit.
Are they tricking me?
No. Yes.
She don't know how to do that.
He's actually sitting.
Oh, okay.
He's actually sitting.
So let me ask you a question. Every time I look the way she's sitting,
Yes.
let me try to trick her. Ready? Watch.
She's sitting down.
Okay. Who wants to go? Okay, now she is sort of rough. You want to pet her? Okay. Is she a little bit more rough?
Oh, she's soft.
She's not as soft as the other one, is she? She's got sort of woolly type.
Ew, she put stink on me.
Oh, she did.
Ew.
You don't want to? Okay.
She put stink on me.
Okay. Now, one thing she does love to do is sometimes she likes to jump. But I never know when she's going to jump. But sometimes I'll just be walking. Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa! Oh! Okay. So this is Stinky Winky. Now, we're going to do something, and then I'll show you something else. But I want you to draw a picture of you.
I did it.
Can you draw a happy face of you?
My
With your
kid.
pretty hair, your glasses, whatever you have.
I want to draw it.
I see some happy faces. Where's your ears at, man? I don't see any ears on you. Draw them. Try to include your ears, your nose, your eyes, your lips,
I know how to make a nose.
your hair. It's nice meeting you.
That's you.
Bye.
I got glasses.
Oh, no, better let Mama know that.
Oh, sure.
You'll see that later on.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Me too.
Keep watching.
A tornado.
A tornado. This is a model of a tornado. Okay, so we might talk
I have a
about
bottle of
weather.
tornado.
So that has to do with science. We might talk about our bodies. I have a friend back here.
Why is it going down?
I have a friend. He has a name. This is Mr. Bones. Everybody say hi, Mr. Bones. Okay, so maybe we'll talk about our bodies some this year. All right, so those are science things. Then we talk about the T in STEM, and that stands for technology. How many of you have an iPad or a tablet or a computer or a phone at home? Just raise your hand.
I have a camera.
Just raise your hand. Camera, okay, computer, TV, that's all technology. Raise your hand if you like using those things. Okay, so technology, what we're going to do, you all see the computers back here? Sometimes we're going to use computers, sometimes we're going to use iPads, sometimes we're going to get to use, look at all this fun stuff up here. This is new stuff that the Discovery Lab has this year. We've got, this is a little robot mouse that you do what's called coding. In other words, you have to tell the mouse where to go. Okay? We have little robots that we get to make. This is a little car that we can make. These guys are called Ozobots. Can you say Ozobot?
Autobot.
They're these cool looking little things that we draw a map using certain colors, and the Ozobot has to follow the directions to try to get somewhere. So we'll do some stuff with that this year. And then we have a robot named Botley. We're gonna learn how to use him this year. Okay? So does that stuff sound fun?
Yeah.
Alright, now we have E in STEM, and that's engineering. What do you think of when you think of an engineer? Does anybody know what an engineer is?
I know.
What do you think? Thank you for raising your hand.
It looks like
Did you lose it? Did you forget? Anybody else? What do you think? John, what's an engineer?
engineer is someone that it drives a train.
Okay, there are engineers that drive trains. You're right. There are other kinds of engineers, though. You all know what the other kind of engineer is? Because that's the kind of engineer you all are going to get to be. No, not really a doctor. An engineer is somebody who builds things. Okay? How many of you like building with Legos? Or blocks? Okay, so you're going to get to build a lot of things. We're going to create things with our hands. So that's being an engineer. You're going to try to solve a problem by building something sometimes. And then M stands for math. Does anybody know what math is? What's math? What's math? Sometime this year. Math is numbers. How many of you can count to 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job. So we'll do things with numbers this year in here too.
Gone to fall.
Yeah, where was that, babe? Or is this the table you were at? Stay at the table you were at right now, okay? Oh, you were right there? That's fine. Okay, you were. That's fine.
You guys are gonna come with me. We're gonna go over to the carpet. We're gonna talk about your library. You're freezing? Yeah, sometimes it's a little chilly in here, but that's okay. So go ahead and have a seat on the carpet. So you guys are Miss Thomas's class, huh? Yes? I think you look like a good group of kiddos here. Okay, well my name is Miss Skaggs. Go ahead and have a seat, okay? Sit down there, buddy. My name is Miss Skaggs and I'm your all's librarian here at Lakewood. So every day in kindergarten, you guys get to come into the library and you're going to get to pick a book off of the shelf. You'll pick one off of that shelf or that shelf right there. I'll kind of help you pick one at first. And you'll get to get that book, go to our computer, check it out, take it home to read with your families at night. They can read it to you and you guys can look at the pictures together. And then the next day, if you bring that book back, I'll trade you. We'll trade and you can get a new book. So on Thursday, you guys are going to get your first book. Are you ready to do, that's going to be good? Yes, it is going to be good. Well, today I'm going to read you a little story about a girl that brings her frog to the library. You guys won't bring any frogs, will you?
Yes.
What? No, don't bring a frog in here. Let's see what happens when she brought the frog. So it says, I took my frog to the library by Eric Kimmel. Oh, gosh. I took my frog to the library. And he jumped at the checkout desk and he scared the librarian. Look, he jumps right on the librarian's like, ah! Well, our checkout desk is up there at the front. When you came in the door, you passed a computer at the very front, and that's where you'll get to check out. But you won't bring any frogs to me, right? Okay.
I
Bring a frog.
Yes, I will.
Well, I took my hen to the library, and she laid an egg right in that card catalog. That's a card catalog is what you look up books in. Our card catalog is going to be on the computer. So when you're trying to look up a book, we'll teach you how to use the computer to look up, and that tells us where the books are at. Well, I took my pelican to the library, and my pelican, she hid the dictionary right in her pouch, and no one else could find it. That happens in here sometimes. Sometimes kids will get a book, like they might get this book right here. They might get this book about sitting duck. They're like, oh, I just love this book, The Sitting Duck. Oh, I'm going to check this out. I'm going to go to the computer and check this out. And they're walking by, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, no, I want the pizza book. I want the pizza book. And they'll take this book that lives in the letter U, and they'll just stick it on the shelf here. That's not where he lives. Every book in our library has a little address right here on the side that tells Miss Skaggs where his home is. And if you put him in the wrong spot, then, and somebody else came to look for him, it's kind of like the pelican hiding it. So if you get a book off the shelf, and then you're like, I don't remember where this goes, you can give your book back to Miss Skaggs, okay? And I'll put it in the right place so he doesn't get hid in the library.
Yes.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. That's going to help our library.
I want that baby. I'm in the tree.
I took my python to the library. A python is a snake. And he shed his skin all over the picture because he made a big mess. Sometimes kids are in here and they're in the maker space. We have a maker space over there where we can make stuff and like Legos and stuff. And you might get stuff out that's a little messy, but you got to remember your job. Don't be like the snake and leave the mess. You got to pick up your mess. You can do that, can't you? Oh yeah, I know you guys can do that. Oh, me too. I took my giraffe to the library. Look at this giraffe.
Oh, God.
But he tried to read, sitting down so everybody can see, but he tried to read over everybody's shoulders. So, can you help me out here? Can you sit like right here beside me? So, you act like you're reading. I'm going to act like the giraffe. This is what the giraffe was reading. I'm like, oh, let me see that book. I can't see. Can I see your book?
No.
That was kind of rude, wasn't it? But it'd be nice if I sit here and said, oh, can I look at your book with you? That's the nice way to do it, isn't it? So don't be like the giraffe. Don't be trying to read over somebody's shoulders. Instead, read beside them. Let's see what the next animal's going to do. Oh, the next animal. I took my hyena. Hyenas laugh really loud. I took my hyena to the library, and during story time, she laughed so loud nobody else could hear the story. So she was like, so loud that it distracted everybody else. That was kind of rude, wasn't it, of that hyena? So don't be like the hyena. Yeah, don't be like the hyena. Instead, pay good attention. Look at some of these people are sitting still.
Elephant.
The elephant. Well, I took my elephant to the library. My elephant was very, very well behaved. And she stacked her books neat at the checkout desk. And she asked the librarian for help when she needed it.
I can't see.
She listened during the story time. She laughed in all the right places, but my elephant was so big. So big.
Was it driving?
So big.
Don't act like an elephant.
She wrecked the library. She knocked the books off the shelves. The tables were knocked over. Everything was left a mess. How do you think that made the librarian feel? The librarian said, Bridget, you are always welcome here in this library, but the next time you come to the library, please leave those animals at home. So, whenever I go to the library, my frog stays home, my hen stays home, my pelican stays home, my python stays home, my giraffe stays home, my hyena stays home,
I can't see.
and my elephant reads to all of them. What a nice friend, huh?
My name is Miss Bostick. I drive this big bus right here, and I've been driving a lot of years. I've been driving lots more than you've been alive. Probably lots more than some of y'all in the back been alive. But anyhow, I've been driving a long time. I asked the first group, how many have ridden a bus before? Have you ever been on the bus before? Just raise your hand if you've been on the bus. Oh, we got quite a few. Were all of you in preschool? Were you in preschool last year? Well, let me tell you, all the ones that were in preschool last year, this year you're going to have to get on the bus by yourself. You're not going to have a monitor this year, okay? So that means you have to really pay attention when the bus comes and picks you up at your house. What do you watch for when the bus comes up to your house to get you in the morning?
Cars.
Cars? You watch for cars, that's true. How do you know the bus is going to stop at your house, though?
Because you signed.
Because you signed up for the bus? Well, they're supposed to. But what do you watch for on the bus when it's coming up to your house? Do you know? What on the bus tells you?
Seen a bus pick up kids before?
You see those big round lights on the top? There's one red, there's one yellow on each side. Those big yellow lights should be blinking. That means I see you and I'm going to stop at your house. It blinks like this, okay? Then when the bus stops, what happens?
You get off.
No, you wait.
Get on.
What do you have to wait for when the bus stops?
For you, right? It's stopping at your house?
No, you're still watching the bus. The red lights come on. The red lights mean what?
Stop.
Everybody knows red lights mean stop. That's right.
And green lights.
You wait for the red lights to come on, and green lights mean go. We don't have a green light. We only have yellow and red. But the red lights mean stop. So when the bus stops, there's something you have to listen for. What do you listen for?
The beeping.
Not the beeping.
Door.
There's a big loud noise, and the ones that wrote it last year should know what that sound is. No, not a horn. It goes psh, and that's our air brake. When the air brake sounds, you know the bus is stopped and it will not move, okay? And then it's safe for you to get on the bus. But you have to stop, wait at your driveway or at your door of the house till the red lights are on and you hear the psh. I'll make it sound that in a minute for you so you can hear it, okay? It's really loud. You can't miss it, okay?
I know the sound.
Yes, you know the sound. You were preschool last year, weren't you? One other thing before we get on the bus. Do you know what this is?
Yeah, I know that. It means the cross.
Yes.
Means to go around.
This opens straight out. What do you have to do with that? Tell us.
Whenever it's raining, it gets out of the rain.
No,
wait a
those
minute.
are up there. Those are
Let
windshield
John
wipers.
tell it. John knows.
John knows. What is that, John?
It comes out in a straight line,
Uh-huh.
and that means and that's the line to make sure that no one is in their way.
Well, it makes sure that you have to walk around it so the bus driver that's sitting way up there can see you. If you're walking up here, if I'm up here, can the bus driver see me? No. What might happen?
You might get ran over.
I might get run over. That's right. But if I'm standing out here, and that's out here, what can happen? The bus driver up there can see me, right?
Right.
And you're supposed to be watching the bus driver, and the bus driver should point you across the road if you have to cross the road. Some of you have to cross, and some of you don't. Okay, so those are the things you really need to know. The yellow lights mean I'm coming. The red lights mean I'm stopping. And then you listen for what? Right. Okay, let's get on the bus and we'll talk some more on the bus and get out of the sun.
But I got on the bus when I was coming here.
Yeah.
Have you been on a bus before?
What's the first thing you notice you do not have?
A
A seat belt. You do not have a seat belt, do you? Has anybody ever ridden a car without a seat belt?
No.
No. This will probably be the very first time in your little lives that you ride something without a seat belt.
And I got mine.
So what is most important that you do? Yes, sir.
Stay with your back and keep still.
Yes, he says keep your seat, your back to the back of the seat, your seat sitting down, and keep still. You're not going to have a seat belt to make you stay still. You have to do it on your own. This is very important because when the bus is moving, you can fall over, you can hit one of these metal brackets on the floor, Sometimes kids get hurt on the bus because they're not sitting down, okay? The bus is going to go pretty fast sometimes. So you all have to listen to the driver and sit. That's one of the most important things. What else should you do on the bus? Not what?
Not get out.
No, not get up. What if you want to talk to your friend across the aisle?
You can look to the side.
You can look to the side, but don't get up and go over there. No. As you walk on a moving bus, you're going to fall down. I promise. I've had them fall down on the bus before, and it's not good. So that's the best thing. You can get on the bus, sit down just like you're sitting, very nicely. Talk quietly to your friend next to you. I don't expect you to be quiet all the way home. You can talk quietly, but do not ever get up. Don't go over the seat. Don't go under the seat. That's not good, okay? It'll get you in trouble and it might get you hurt.
You go to the bathroom. Now, when I say go to the bathroom, I don't want to say the things that we do when we go to the bathroom. You know what you do when you go to the bathroom, right? You do one thing or you do another thing when you go, okay? So you go to the bathroom. There's the picture of the toilet. You've seen a toilet, I'm sure. All right. Then after you go to the bathroom, you flush it. There's a little handle usually that you can push, and it will flush it. That means all the water and all the stuff that's in there in that little toilet area will go down. So you flush it. Then you leave the toilet area
You wash your hands.
and you go wash your hands. And we're going to talk about what we do when we wash our hands in a little bit.
We get our hands clean.
Then you will leave the bathroom. So there's really only 4 steps to know when you go in the bathroom. Now, did you see anywhere where it says run and play and talk to your friends? Did it say that in there in those steps? No, so we don't have time to go in there and play and run and be silly, do we? So we go, we flush, we wash our hands and dry our hands, and then we leave the bathroom.
What do you do on that board?
Those are the things that we do in the bathroom. And we're going to talk more about that in a little bit, all right?
David's teacher always said, "No, David. No yelling. David, no pushing. David, no running." But he's still David, you're tardy. And that means when you're late for school. So poor David, he's getting busted, isn't he? He was late for school. He was yelling. He pushed someone in the hall. And he was running in the halls. Uh-oh. David needs to be in school, doesn't he? Because that's where we learn. Sit down, David. See David? See David? See what he's doing? He's making a funny face. And where should he probably be? Yes, in his seat or on the carpet. Or maybe he's working in a center on the floor. But I don't think his teacher told him to do this. Do you?
Maybe.
All right. Uh-oh. You want to see what he's doing next?
Yeah.
Poor David, he's got a lot to learn. Don't chew gum in class, David. Look what he's doing. Yes.
Is he playing songs?
Woo. Now, John, let's listen to John right here, the student. John, now why do you think he shouldn't have gum in class?
Because you could choke on it if someone pushed you.
Could choke on it, because sometimes gum is large. Why else?
If it's hard, if you swallow it, and if you don't get all the way down, you could choke and
Yes.
Maybe get pushed and it will hurt.
Yes, it could hurt you. What else? What if you have gum and it lands on a book? Does it mess up the book? Yeah. It can destroy our properties like our books or our papers or our desks. So, gum is better at home with your parents.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens next. David, raise your hand. Looks like he is talking. And look at her. Yes. So when you need to talk in class, you can raise your hand. Because a room full of kids, if we all talk at the same time, can we learn?
No.
It makes it very difficult. So when you have something to say or a question to ask, show me what you do. Every hand should be up. Hold it up high. So if you have a question, John, let me see your hand. You have a question or you want to talk, raise your hand. Okay? Let's see what David's up to next. Keep your hands to yourself, David. Oh, it looks like he's doing something really fun. They're painting. Looks like finger painting, maybe.
No.
Or maybe they should be using their brushes. Oh, hold on. And his hands are all over his neighbor. Gideon, where are you? Gideon, raise your hand. Why should we keep our hands to ourselves?
Because
Gideon?
So we don't get our hands dirty.
Okay. But if you touch someone else, they may not want to be touched, right? You might hurt them or
Get them dirty.
distract them or get them dirty, and they may not want to be touched. But David hasn't learned that lesson yet, has he?
No.
Okay, let's see. Now he's looking out the window. Pay attention, David, his teacher says. Raise your hand if your eyes are on me right now. If your eyes are on me. Oh, good. Put your hands down. Your eyes should be on whoever's talking. Good job, back group. Good job, John. Your eyes should be on the speaker. Are your eyes on the speaker? No. Are your eyes this way?
No.
Make sure your eyes on whoever's talking. Okay? David still has a lot to learn. It's a good thing he's at school, isn't it? Again, because that's where you learn. Wait your turn, David. So when we're in lines in the hall, you have to be patient and wait your turn.
Skip it. If you want to.
Shh. Let's see what else. Look what happened. Oh, we're in the cafeteria. We have our lunch trays.
Why are the feet on the ground?
David wasn't waiting his turn. He wasn't being patient and thinking of his friends. And he ended up knocking his plate over and his friend's plate. Now we don't, and now they don't have their lunches, and we have a big mess. And they're pointing at each other, blaming each other. We don't want that to happen, do we?
No.
So you have to be patient and wait your turn in lines, whether it's at the water fountain, in the cafeteria. Now you'll have outside time. David, recess is over and he wants to keep playing. Shh. Look, what's he playing?
Basketball.
He's playing with his ball. But when your teacher, when you're outside and you're playing and your teacher signals you, up, Miss Stevenson's class, it's time to line up, or Miss Thomas's class, we need to go in, then you need to stop playing and line up, right? Or Miss Newton's class, she raises her hand and says, time to line up. You have to line up. Look what he's doing. See? Be patient. Be patient means wait. Shh. Wait. Look this way. Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? Look. What's he doing? Oh, are you playing? Just look. Look. David's playing with things when he should be listening. He's tapping his pencils and making all kinds of noises when he should be listening. And he's distracting his neighbor when he should be listening or working or reading. Now it looks like he needs to go to the restroom.
I can't see.
He's ready to go to the restroom. David goes to school, yeah. So make sure you raise your hand and you go to the restroom when your teachers take you. Okay? Don't ask if you don't have to go. Okay? Oh, he's writing on his desk. I'm not sure his teacher gave him permission to do that. It's not a paper. He's writing all over his desk.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and guess what David had to do because he wrote all over his desk.
Go do the.
Oh, no, look, John. Look before you talk. Look, look, look. See the sponges? He had to clean all the desks. Okay? So make sure you're making good choices at school. Okay? Just like you did in preschool. Hold on just a second. He did the right thing and he got a sticker from his teacher for doing the right thing. I really like the way, let's see, sitting at their, I really like the way, what is your name? Look at how she sits. What's your name? Leah. Really like the way you're sitting, you're listening, your eyes are on me. She's not, her feet are on the ground or as close to the ground. She's sitting in her chair the right way. Her hands are on the table. And she's looking at me. Good job. Good job, David. Finally got a sticker for doing the right thing. So while you're at school, we want to help you make good choices so that you can learn and so your friends can learn and your teacher can teach and talk, right, and get to know you. Okay? Come draw a card out for me. Yes.
Oh, wait. You have to wait.
Draw a card out and then show your friends. This card, you see it? It's a student and they're putting their books up. Come here, you can help me. And it says clean up. You tell me, would that be a poor choice or a good choice if you help clean up? All right, hold it for me. Put it under good choices. Thank you. All right, let's call someone else. Miss Newton, call on somebody from your class. How are you? Come here, sit.
You go sit in. You want to pick this up?
Who? Miss Newton?
Miss Newton?
Oh.
You're not Miss Newton. You haven't been called on me.
Would you call on somebody for me, Miss Newton? Yes, from your class, Miss Sarah. All right, you want to pull a card out? What's your name? All right, all eyes on Cole.
Look up here.
All right, Cole pulled out, yelling across the room or yelling at a friend. Is that a good choice or a poor choice?
Poor choice.
All right, take it to Miss Thomas. She's going to put it up there for us. Poor choice. Good. All right, Miss Stevenson, would you pick a class? Lexi C. Lexi C. All right. How are you, Lexi? All eyes on Lexi. What about this one? It says throwing. Is that a, what? Let's let Lexi tell us. Poor choice or good choice? Throwing things. That's right. That's a poor choice. What about if you're rocking in your chair? Good choice or poor choice?
Poor.
Yeah, we don't need to rock in our chairs, do we? Seat to seat, back to back. All right, come on up. Newton, Thomas Halsey.
Okay. You can go on it. No, this is,
Timothy, how are you? All right, Timothy's gonna pull one out. What do you think? Oh, biting. Ooh, pretty easy. Good choice or poor choice, Timothy?
Poor choice.
Jennifer, come here.
they're right here.
Come draw one out. Oh, I see you're making good choice. Good job. This table making good choices. Oh, it says interrupting. When two people are talking and you interrupt, is that a poor choice or a good choice?
A poor choice.
Okay, can you stick it right there? Let's see, who else? John, you're making good choices. Come on up. You want to draw out a card? And tell me what you think they're doing on the card, and we'll decide. Oh, most of you, thanks for making good choices right now. Listening ears. Poor choice or good choice? Good job. Come on up. Shake them up. Draw one out. Raising your hand. Good choice, Carson, or bad choice? Yay! All right, let's see. Let's pick back there. You in the gray shirt. Come on up. And then I need to pick a girl. Because I picked 3 boys.
That's good, honey. That's good.
Girls a try. Let's give our brave girls a try here in just a second. Ready? Come on. You go and draw one out and help us out, Parker. All right, let's see what they're doing. Because here at Lakewood, we make good choices. We're leaders. We do the right thing. What's it say? Running. Running in the hall. Good or poor? Good job.
No.
Oh, nope. Try it again.
You can run outside though, can't you, if you're playing?
Yes, you can run outside, but inside it would be a poor choice. Come on.
Isabella, that's you go.
Isabella, come on. Hurry. Thank you, Parker. Good job. High five. Thank you. All right, you ready, Isabella? Okay, one out. Let's see. Lying down during carpet time. Do we lie down when we're on the carpet?
No.
No. Poor choice or good choice, Isabella? Yeah, we need to set up crisscross, right? Yeah.
Oh, someone did that one.
Yeah, let's see who's next. Let's do a couple more before you have to go. Do you need to go now? How many?
That's 20.
All right, let's do a few more. Who wants to come up and help me? All right, let me see. Oh, no me's.
Elijah's good.
Elijah, come on up. Thank you. Look at those cool shoes. Pick one out, Elijah. Okay, he has hitting. Good choice or poor choice?
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Isabella, eyes this way. Let's see who else is ready. Do y'all have anybody else you want me to call on? Teachers, assistants? Who is it? Jill, come on up. All right. What's your last name? You look familiar. What's your last name? Dennis. Okay. She has pushing. Do we push our friends?
No.
No. So, poor choice right there. All right, come on up. The green shirt, the glasses. What's your name? Yeah, come on up. See what your name is. John Lyons. All right, draw one out. Walking feet. Good choice or poor choice?
Good.
Good choice. Somebody come model that for me. From me to the door. Model a good choice of how you would get from Miss Kerr to the door. You want to come model for us, Timothy? All right, model, go. Keep walking all the way to the door. Good job. Good choice it is. Very other one? Let's see. Who have I not called on? Yes, you, right there. Yes, you. Come on. No, you sit back down. Because you know why I picked her? She, Peyton, was sitting in her chair like this. She did not go, me, 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 me. She did this. Everybody do this without talking. And you know what? Put your other finger over your lips for just a second. One hand up, and one hand. Keep it up, keep it up. Show me. That's why I picked her. Show me. She wasn't saying me, 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 me. Because I couldn't concentrate. Her friends couldn't listen. If we're, or our friends can't hear us if we're me, me, me. Show me again. Hands up. Show me. Good job. All right. Let's let Peyton draw one. Timothy, eyes this way. Let's see what she got. Paying attention. Good choice or poor choice? Oh my goodness. That is so good. That's a really good choice. That's right. Let's do a couple more. What did I do? What did I do? Okay. Thank you. All right, let's do a couple more before you have to leave. Yes, look at, what's your name in the gray shirt, the Superman shirt? What's your name? Jace. Do that again. And look how he's sitting. Come on up, your turn. Good job. Come on.
She called me.
No, I'm not going to get to everybody, but if you're listening, you're still a part of our lesson. If your eyes are on me, you're learning. That's the main thing. All right, Jace. Thank you for making good choices today. Do you know what that looks like? Sharing. Yes, when we share things with our friends. Okay, like games. Right? Food at the lunch table is not okay to share, but yeah. So is that a good choice or a bad choice? Good choice. Can you stick it up there? All right. Let's get a girl. It's a girl time. Yes, you in the pink. Come on up.
That's
Draw
Allie.
a card out. Timothy, are you listening? Look this way. You okay? You want to do it? Okay. What'd you get? Allie, I know you, Allie. Oh, talking during the lesson. Like Miss Kerr's lesson. I'm right now. If you're talking, that would be a poor choice, wouldn't it? Talking during the lesson. Is that a poor choice or a good choice? Yeah, can you stick it up there, Allie? Thank you so much. All right. One more. You right here. No, yes, you right there in the gray shirt. Hey, Lily. Let's let you draw it out. You draw one out. Lining up. Look how they're lining up. Is that a good choice, Lily, or a poor choice? Good choice or poor choice when we line up? Yes, it's a good choice. You all did really good today. Put your hands down. Not everybody got a chance because there's a lot of you. Okay, and it's time for you to go on to your next stop. Oh, your eyes are on me and you're listening, you're making good choices. And that's what we do here at Lakewood. We make good choices. So welcome to kindergarten. Welcome to Lakewood. I hope you choose to do the right thing.